All right, we is here in the building. The boy Josiah Willis, my homeboy Beezy, just call him Monty, whatever you want to call him, King Jigga Watt. Um, yeah, man, we're here, man. We're going to talk about LA Knight. LA Knight's the topic, you know what I'm saying, for our WWE talk today. And we're going to talk about, like, the recent criticism that he received from Bustle Radio. And in particular, it was Bully Ray and Dan McGrath. And I want to see if BD, agrees with some of the views because it was quite interesting. Um, I think it's very apparent that I am a fan of his work. I'm definitely a fan of his work. I want to see him draw, I want to see him win. But I also can understand the criticism of his character, how his character is portrayed, how he wrestles, his mannerisms, all that stuff, right? But before we go ahead and get into that, do some quick favors. Like, comment, subscribe, share with my friends, my family, people who like you, people who don't like you. As a heel, I don't like you. He may like you, or he may be in between. I'm not liking you. And Larry could be ever like himself, anybody else, or you. Anyways, we are here. Busy.
Yo,
So right at the gate, let's just go right here. What are your personal feelings when it comes to Ellie Knight?
I think I said it um, before. He's Stone Cold and Rock person put together.
Mhm.
As far as his movements, well, yeah, as far as his movement, like walking down the ring. I think is what everybody's saying. L.A. Night, yeah, that joint's hard. Uh, uh, but the vest, you know what I'm saying? So, but he only wore that all the time. But even still, with the vest. The jeans and stuff like that just give me Stone Cold vibes. The way he be talking, it give me Stone Cold and Rock vibes. So it's just like Stone Cold and the Rock had a baby, and they made a dope athlete because he's very athletic. I think he's more athletic than the Rock and Stone Cold, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But I mean, his move, it's not the stunner, but it looks similar to the stunner, stuff like that. So it's just like he dang there, like as far as him being his own man, it's you could say that, but it's kind of hard being that. But as far as him in the ring, I don't got a problem with him. He ain't bad, but Dave, for some reason, he just won't get over. Yep, he just won't get over at all
We
on the
mean
phone.
he won't get over.
They're not putting him over. He lose every week.
Oh, got you. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a,
that part.
and I'm like, what's the reason behind it? If he, in my mind, is created by those two, The Rock and Stone Cold, which is like two of the best ever. You create that,
Mhm.
and you not getting no dub. You ain't getting no wins. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My thing is, I think the WWE does that deliberately, but there's also a case to be made that the WWE has an issue when it comes to wrestlers. I don't know why, but y'all say y'all practice, but it's like y'all tell people to practice what they preach. Yet when they do it themselves, it's a problem. Here's what I'm trying to get at: the business of professional wrestling talks about how to go about getting over.
Right,
In order for us to take you seriously and to continue to move on you, for you to generate like great revenue and great money and and then some, we
hmm
have to see you get over,
right,
be over, do something to get over somehow, right?
right,
And I think what he found was he was a fan of The Rock. He could clearly tell he's a fan of Austin. But what he said was, let me morph both those guys in, but also go right ahead and add in my own spit towards it. And so I don't think it's entirely unoriginal. I just think that what he did was took inspiration. But at the same as that time, there's been multiple times where wrestlers have done that in the past, right? I think Ric Flair, for instance, took from Buddy Rogers, and Buddy Rogers was the original Nature Boy. But Buddy Rogers was never as popularized as Ric Flair, nor did he get the woo as over as Ric Flair did,
right,
right? But Ric Flair took after that and made it his own. So when you think of the Woo, you think of Ric Flair. You don't think of Buddy Rogers. But Buddy Rogers was the original Nature Boy that eventually got looked over like in the years past.
right.
So I said it only to say I don't think the problem with him is that he's unoriginal. I don't think the problem with him is that he can't wrestle. I think the problem with LA Knight is I don't think, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. So we are clear. Like, I understand fans love his catchphrases. They love the sad ones. They love to say yeah. But to me, I think he's better as a heel.
You say that for everybody, and that's not a true statement.
No, but the reason why I say that, and the reason why I say that is because it's not that he can't be a babyface. It's because I don't think it's clicking the way it should be for him in WWE right now. Like in the sense of like, okay, when you watch LA Knight promo, do you go, man, that promo was so iconic, that promo was so memorable. Obviously, you don't necessarily care about promos like that. Sorry about that, you got to move on. But like we talk about how Braun Breaker's promo was so dope that CM Punk and boom recently. We don't go when we was to LA Knight promo, we're like, man, boom, boom, boom. Like that was just you know what I mean? Like a standout, moment for him. Now, okay, basically what I'm saying is his Austin 316 moment. He hasn't had it.
He probably will never get it because that Austin 363 moment was a special moment that he might not even have got if Triple H didn't screw up. So he
Mhm.
might not ever get it. The way Austin got his it wasn't authentic. It was given to him, and he had to make sure that he capitalized on that opportunity because those opportunities don't happen. If Triple H would have never messed up, that opportunity might not have popped up. So that's why I'm
Yeah,
saying he might not ever get that opportunity. Like that was
you know
crazy.
what?
Like even
Yeah,
like
I agree.
who won
I
the king?
agree.
I think Gunther won the King of the Ring, but he
He
was
won the
all
last time he was now trying to fish out Cena.
right, but he was already Gunther. So it didn't
Agreed.
really, you know what I'm saying, affect anything. You have a good one. Yeah, so he was already
So we're,
Gunther.
so
So
we're,
all it did was it didn't put him over. He didn't say no catchphrase. He didn't even put the crown on. He just held it. You know what I'm saying? Like when Stone Cold did it, he got to kick the promo, he got the interview off of it, all of that. So and he had to get the catchphrase right then and there, and that's what put it over the top. Austin 316 just said that I just, you know what I'm saying? Boom, that all went like that. I've never seen Austin. I'm not Austin Theory. I've never seen LA Knight in a position to where he had an opportunity to do something like that because
yeah.
they always had him lose.
Why do you think that is though?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Like
Like I don't
why
know.
is
I'm not.
like why aren't they? What I'm trying to get is like why aren't they allowed LA Knight to lose? Because a lot of the consensus have been you too, bro. A lot of the consensus amongst WWE fans is that he's being uh, uh, debooked. He's being buried. They don't want him there. They don't factor him to the play. He's not Triple H's favorite guy. He doesn't. He's not going to get no opportunity to ever become a world champion. Why put him in the main event title picture if he's always going to be losing in the title picture? Yada yada yada. These are what our fans are complaining about, whining about, moaning about,
Well,
and
if that's the case,
yeah,
they could say everything identically for Jey Uso. It's the same
I
thing.
agree.
But the answer is not, oh, I need to turn him heel because that ain't gonna get you no better. If you gonna turn everybody heel because everybody's story is like that, that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. All
I
people
got you.
they could do that for Sheamus, and Sheamus can be like,
Yeah,
oh, I lose all the time. He crash out, he become heel. I'm like, all right, well, who's gonna be the face? Who's gonna be the baby? Because
right.
everybody want to turn heel. Oh, it look better with him being a heel, or we're gonna have everybody as heels. Every person who's a face is always going to have that same story. You're not going to win. You're not supposed to win. Heels
Facts.
win. Heels win. Baby
That's it.
faces,
That's it
baby
too.
faces win. Baby faces win when all the stacks is against them. That's how Cody Rhodes won going against Roman.
Facts.
Everything was turned
Facts.
against you. If ain't nothing turned against you, you not gonna win. You supposed to lose. The bad guy's supposed
Yeah.
to. Oh, but why you think Dominic Mysterio keep winning? He's a
Right.
heel. He finds ways
Right.
to win. If he was
Right.
a face, he'd probably be losing all the time. That's what we got to
Yep.
understand. Like
Which
faces
which which
don't
which
win.
goes back to what I meant what I said about a couple years ago about the art of being the heel that cheats, right? How does that operate? How does that work? One of the reasons why Ric Flair hasn't won, bro. One of the reasons why Ric Flair worked was because he cheated to win matches. right?
Right.
And he was considered to be the dirtiest player of the game. So it's a wrestling 1-1. You know what I'm saying? So what Donald Spear does to me, it didn't bar me. And you bar you because you like, nah, blah, 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 you don't need to get no help. Why you need to get help? And then I was trying to tell you all one time, son, like that's because that's what heels do.
But
They
that don't
cheat,
make
they
him
break the
better.
rules, boom,
That's
boom.
but what
No,
I'm saying is it don't
I'm not
make him
saying
better.
that.
It
No,
don't make
no, I'm
him
not
better.
saying that.
Like and
I'm not about that. Yeah.
the rebuttal that even with
Go
him
ahead.
being the
Yeah.
heel, Gunther is a
Mm-hmm.
heel and he don't get no help. So what's everybody saying then? He don't get no help at all. And Gunther wins all the time. That eliminates every
Because
heel conversation. Every heel
goes back.
conversation,
Yeah,
it gets eliminated. Because
for
Gunther is a
sure.
heel and he beats everybody with no help. So
Mm-hmm.
any heel that's actually getting help, you whack at the end of the day. Because there's a heel clearly right here that's beating everybody without help. So you really
Yep.
not that.
Yep. But that's why we had that really good talk some months ago about defenses and heels, or particularly we talking about how heels work. And I was telling you about how Gunther is he's portrayed, or at the very least, he come across as a heel because of perception versus reality. The same thing with Logan Paul. We should all go. Logan Paul's a great talented wrestler. He's a really good entertainer. He actually can talk on a microphone, but instead we hate on Logan Paul. Why? Because Logan Paul's everything wrestling fans can't beat. So that doesn't mean you can't together and
But
said distinctly
but
wrestling fans are the heels. They're
but
heels.
Logan Paul cheats though. That's not you
I agree.
can't put him in the same category as Gunther. He cheats. Gunther don't have brass knuckles.
Good one.
So that
Gunther
eliminated
did
him too.
cheat. Gunther did cheat against False Victoria, but that was only because the referee didn't see it. That was the only time when he had that match against False Victoria. If he had forced him back, he kicked him in the groin area. But that was the only time he probably
And
like
that's
doing
probably
average that.
his only time ever in his career.
Yup, probably would be the only time ever in his career. Correct. Yup, exactly. So,
So that's what I'm
but
saying.
yeah, man.
Even
Hey,
Solo, he don't win straight up.
yeah.
So that's why it's like you get the faces to turn heel, but at the same time,
Mhm.
when you turn all the faces heel, who's going to be the face? And when you're the face, you got to, I mean, not the face, but baby face. But when you do become the baby face, you got to understand that
Mhm.
comes with losses. You don't win.
Thanks.
You don't win. Roman Reigns right now is getting destroyed right now. He don't win nothing. Jay Uso don't win nothing. Only face that's winning is Cody Rhodes. What's going on? The only face that's winning is Cody Rhodes. And that's because he's like the
Interesting.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, is yeah. That's which is why I told you like it's almost like a force feed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to let it be known that at the end of the day he is our top baby face. He is the one that overcomes the obstacles and challenges. He's the main one. It's not going to be a Jey Uso. It's not going to be an LA Knight. It's not going to be a CM. CM Punk is cool, but he's on Raw. Which Raw, technically speaking, that's a flagship show. You could argue and make case that Punk is the face because he's the world champion. But at the same exact time, just because he's the world champion on Monday Night Raw doesn't mean he's clearly treated the same way as Clay Rose is treated, right? They treat Clay Rose like the article had just said,
But
invisible
why do
pushing
they treat
for
Cody
Clay
like that?
Rose.
Is the question. I have the answer, but why do they treat Cody Rhodes like that?
I'm gonna say it's for multiple different reasons. It's not just one answer, but you can go ahead and tell me, if you want.
It's because he beat Roman. There's no other reason.
Okay,
Because
okay.
Roman is the company. He is the
Mm-hmm,
company. So when Cody beat
mm-hmm.
him, you have to push him because he beat the company.
You beat the franchise.
Yeah, like even still, they still
Yeah,
even in the war games, they still had him going back and forth because Cody know he's still the man, even though I got the title. Cody don't like
yep.
that. That could be the reason why he turned because he like, bro, y'all beat your bro. I'm sick of it. I'm the man with the holding the title, but yet he's still the dude that he's still the face that runs the place. That's him. Tickets skyrocket when he's there. Now when Cody there, And I think that could be a frustrating moment for him that causes him. That would be the way that he turns heel on the fans.
What were you saying? You went out.
I think that would be the way for him to turn heel against the fans. As if he do that.
Okay, yeah.
As
Well, me too.
if he speak on the fact that, yo, I'm the champion, but yeah, y'all pay attention to him more than y'all pay attention to me. I beat him already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, he's still the face. He still feel
yeah,
that's why we've seen it in the war games. He's still looking at him in a weird way. He's still looking at him like he still got an issue. Like, what's your issue? You the champ, but you
yeah,
still worried about him.
yep.
You know, so I don't know. That's why I think Cody is like that because CM Punk ain't beat him yet. CM Punk ain't beat Roman yet. So if they even allow him to, I know they probably will. But right now, like no,
Me personally, I want to see Punk lose to Roman. If they
he
want to continue a series of matches with them, I would have go back and forth, but ultimately I would have Roman win the feud. So then, you know, Punk's gonna be okay.
you said
He
because
don't need to
Punk,
win. He don't need to win against Roman. In my opinion.
you said he don't need to win.
Mm-mm.
Whoa,
No,
what are you talking about? He don't need to win.
no, I'm saying he don't need to win against Roman
Why?
because I don't think there's much there. Okay, because well, I think for me, Punk's been doing it longer in the sense of being a veteran in his professional wrestling to the point where he's probably already had done it all, and plus he's never going to be quote unquote the guy like Roman Reigns is, and how to try to portray Cody Rhodes to be now. So I don't think Punk to me can deal a loss and still move on. It's like John Cena. John Cena can afford a loss, and we know John Cena is going to be okay. He gonna be good. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. Like Brock Lesnar can afford a loss, he's going to be good. I don't think necessarily needs to beat Roman in his first encounter of the match. I would say, if it was me, I would be Roman Reigns to win, and maybe Punk will probably beat him the next time. But other than that, I don't think Punk needs to beat Roman Reigns. Then you kind of like go. It's one thing for him to beat Seth Rollins. I think WWE were trying to establish that feud between him and Rollins for a while, just for a little bit. But when it comes to Roman, I don't think. Um, I don't know. I don't think he pulls through with that. I don't know about that.
What?
I can't picture Punk beating Roman Reigns in his first match. Sorry, not his first match, but well, in their first match against one another.
But he'll beat him in the second match.
Yeah, because that's what they'll do if they want to put him into a feud with Roman. Then yes, you can continue that. But for their first match, I would say if I had to go and pick who I go with first, Roman.
So you will put him in the same situation that Cody was in.
No, not necessarily for
Because
not how they did
Cody
WrestleMania.
didn't beat him the
Not
first time.
necessarily. Right. Yeah. That part. But not exactly like where you have to wait until a year and we got to get WrestleMania and then you do the match again for WrestleMania. Not that kind of like thing. I'm talking about like more in the same calendar year. Like they can say you want a few if they want to do that. Do it that way. That part. But
So he don't
yeah.
need to. So you saying Cody Rhodes don't need to win?
No, I'm saying Punk
Not
don't
Cody.
need to win.
Punk don't win.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
don't need to win.
No, Punk don't need to win their first match, first encounter. But tell me your reason why you think it'll be beneficial for him to win in the first counter.
If he beats him on the first time, that automatically puts him in front of Cody Rhodes because right now he's under Cody.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, like if
Can't
we're
even off that.
if we're screaming that CM Punk is better than Cody Rhodes, he's gonna have to prove that. He's gonna have to prove it.
But if they don't go, then it just go show you that they ain't clearly saying Kurt Russell is the guy definitively.
That's what I'm saying. But is he really the guy
I
though?
know. Me personally, no.
So CM Punk's gonna have to do something different. Or he's gonna have to
Yeah.
do something which is He's gonna have to beat Roman on the first go. Something that Cody didn't
Yeah.
do. He's gonna have to do something that's gonna cause it a thing with Cody to be like, oh shoot, I'm one up on Cody. Because right now you're not one up on Cody.
No.
That's why he needs that win.
Yeah.
And he don't need to lose to Braun Breaker.
Who,
If he
Punk?
if he loses to Braun Breaker, that's a whole nother thing.
Mm. Mm.
But has Cody Rhodes ever won against Braun Breaker?
That's a good question. I don't know.
See, that's the
They were
problem.
doing the tag. They did a tag match together. They did a tag match with Randy and Braun, and that was like Randy's like last match before he kind of went away for a little bit.
See that's the problem. See, that's the problem now. Cody already
Hmm.
got already in itself. CM Punk's opponents is already harder than the one Cody's ever once against.
I agree. I agree.
If you won against Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes ain't never went against
Yeah,
nobody on that type of caliber.
it's a fact. It's a fact. You know,
So I don't know.
it's
All right, man.
interesting. It's
Have a good
interesting.
one.
But let's go right here and get back to the topic so that people won't be thinking, oh, we're just getting off topic, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna say it like this. And tell me if you agree with these comments. Um, they talk about Braun Breaker's promo this past Raw, and they highlighted how well he did. You know what I'm saying, with the whole community plus wife and saying what we wanted to say, and that they felt that it was real, right? It felt authentic, it felt believable, yada, 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 this, and that, and third. And then Taylor Record how they put this critiquing LA Knight for his, I guess, his interview he had with Captain Kelly backstage on Raw, where he was talking about like how when LA Knight was talking, like the things that he was saying, like a person wanted to say it, but because of his cadence, he had to say it a certain way. He's like, bro, he said, if I'm saying this line, he's like, I would have said it like this way, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same as that time, he's portraying a character, and I think that that's the problem with what some people be saying. Let not regret it. I will say I'm not trying to be hypocritical here. I do love professional wrestling when it can blur fiction and non-fiction, right? But at the same as that time, I can understand if they want to go. Here's a character, and here's another character. Bray Wyatt was a great character. We talk about how characters have been done before. We talk about how great Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief character was dope. We talk about how Undertaker's character was dope. We talk about how let me see. You talk about the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? Just mentioning these guys like at random. And we talk about how they were just dope for different reasons. But regardless of character, they still managed to still be relatable.
How was
So
Undertaker relatable?
no, not Undertaker. No, not Undertaker. Probably the badass version of Undertaker. Maybe that
Oh,
street
okay.
probably kind of get it that part. You know what I'm saying? But not no that no not no Death Valley.
All
No,
right.
no, not that. Definitely not that. Absolutely not. But like I said, man, just starting like based on how they make you feel, like how they make you feel, like it's gonna make you feel like you know what I'm saying, like you could be whatever, I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. But uh, I think LA Knight is just in character, and that's fine. But yet they had an issue with that. He had
He
an
had an
issue
issue
with
with what?
that. He had an issue with LA Knight. And then they also made a mention. I want to see if you agree with this. They made a mention that the vision is way better without Seth Rollins.
He said the Vision is better without Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm. It's not
See,
way better. Yeah,
this is where things go left.
there
People
we
say
go.
that the Vision is better without Seth Rollins if Seth Rollins is the creator of it. Stop. Stop.
Yeah,
You might like how it looked by itself. I get it. It might look a little better than what it was. I give you that. But you cannot take the creator out of the situation and be like, oh, it's better without that. Because if you take Seth Rollins out, there's no Vision.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when people just be talking. They can't talk
Yep.
like that. Like that don't make sense to me. Like
No.
you like how they move. Like yeah, of course, everybody likes how they move. Yeah, they whatever. I mean, yeah, you got You got Logan Paul. You got Logan Paul. You got Brunson Reed. You got Braun Breaker, and who else? Who else? That's it. That's only them three.
Yeah, this is Paul Heyman, and this is yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
like
Or the two math men that they
yeah, and
attack
then the
each like
Mask Man.
wrestlers.
Yeah, then you got
Yeah, but you know, yep.
yeah, then you got the Mask Man. I'm like, but what? Like, come on, man, can't do that with you. Like, I don't know.
It gets better, BZ. They
That
even
don't make
talking about
sense to
like
me.
how with Seth Rollins because the way Seth Rollins, like Seth Rollins made it more so about him than about Braun and Bronson. And they said something about like his character is almost like Joker-esque with the way he's talking, his laugh, this, that, third.
Right.
And it's just it didn't come across like again. This is just his opinion. I'm just like wrestling at the age professional wrestling, but whatever. He goes, it wasn't believable to me. It just didn't feel like blah blah blah. I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Seth Rollins did make it about himself. I mean, it's his team. Roman Reigns
Yeah,
made the
it's called a figure
bloodline.
for a reason.
Roman Reigns made the bloodline by himself. Period. Y'all followed me. Y'all follow me. Acknowledge me. What's wrong with that?
He did. Yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah, he did.
Well,
He did.
he still
But
say it.
I will say, I think the difference was how everybody was able to get over within the whole bloodline story.
But that
I
has,
think
but that ain't got nothing to do with Seth Rollins. That's got something to do with the writing.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. I think the way the WWE handled it, as far as like the overall direction, they kind of like botched it. Because
Yeah.
when we first saw it on paper, we were like, bro, Brian with Paul and
Yeah, that's
Seth, and
crazy.
this, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So on paper, it looks dope. But as the weeks have fell through, it became more apparent. Okay, here's Seth, Brock right here in the background.
Right.
Here's Bronson's right here in the background. It's
Yeah.
about Seth. And it was like, that's fine, but why are we not establishing Braun and Bronson? So when Seth got, like, worked hurt, right, at first, it was dope to see Bronson and Braun be on their own
Yeah.
handling stuff, you know what I'm saying, week to week. By the
Right.
time they turn on Seth, now we're starting to see a lot more of Braun. Now we're starting to see a lot more of Bronson. And
Right.
then with the inclusion of Logan Paul, it's like, okay, now we get more expansion with the whole group than
Right.
just it being one person. And I think that was the problem with like how they handled the vision this year compared to the bloodline. Yes,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, it was about Roman Reigns. Yes, he's the top, he's the champion. But look how Jay did in the bloodline. Look how Jimmy did in the bloodline. Look how Solo did in the bloodline.
Yeah.
Look how Sami Zayn did in the bloodline. How Paul Heyman did in the bloodline. And then you get the expansion. Here's Solo with Victor Fontaine, the target approaches. Now we got freaking Jesse Mateo, and you see what I'm saying? Like, so it benefits it very well for everybody. It wasn't just one person,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that
and I think that's the reason why.
they gave Seth Rollins the team, but they didn't allow the team to do good outside of him.
There you go.
So now what they're doing things right now, they're like, okay, but now they're highlighting like Braun Breaker is the face. And I'm like, well, what's going on with Brunson? What's going on with Logan? Why aren't they going after the US? Why aren't they going after the Intercontinental?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Brunson and
Mm-hmm.
Braun have the tag team? They were destroying everybody. They should have had the tag team titles a long time ago.
Yes,
They
I
didn't do it
agree with
right.
you.
But when Roman got the title, Jimmy and Jay had the tag team joint. They had gold everywhere. The same thing that is going on with the Judgment Day.
Yes.
That's why the Vision is
Yep.
the worst team. Even though they got the best athletes, they are the worst team.
Yes. Yes. They're the worst league stable
That's what I'm saying. Like, man,
in history right
they
now.
talk about without
I
Seth
agree.
Rollins. I'm like, bro, they can't function without Seth Rollins. Like, what are you talking about? They cool, but they're not doing it
And
right.
what And I will critique this one thing too. The thing is Robert Kirk, the thing is Paul and Bronson, or even freaking Logan Paul for that matter. But the problem with the vision is Braun wants to go after the world title,
Yeah,
and it's like Bronson and Logan Paul are just standing there by being like bystanders,
right.
and this guy going after the world title. Okay, so wouldn't that make Logan Paul and Bronson team up and go and be a tag team at
That's what
that
it should have
point?
been. Should have been.
Right? Because you're making it clear. You keep saying Braun,
Yep.
and Brunson's right there. What
Yep.
about him? What does he get?
That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
What about you know what I'm saying? That's what kind of like the WWE is
This is
not
all
doing
about the
them.
blow. They're not doing the
Oh,
Vision Duchess. They're not doing
they're
the
not
Vision
doing it.
Duchess.
No, they're not.
And Paul Heyman is making it look bad on purpose because he's only looking at one person. He's been saying that from the beginning. He said, "Oh no,
It's not his
the
fault.
person
It's
that's
not his
going
fault, bro.
exactly."
It's not his fault.
Exactly. Like the WWE is
and
making him put Braun Breaker in the main event. This is the main event person for WrestleMania. And
I'm
I'm
good.
like,
You too, man.
you got two other people that could be possibly on the main event or on the big card,
Yes.
but you only highlight
Yes.
one? That don't make no sense. This
I
is not
agree.
good. That's not good.
Yep. That's and this is where I thank you that you just said that. That is exactly why I said. Let me see. What did I say? That's exactly why I said a couple months ago. While Paul Heyman did his great work with the bloodline,
Yeah. And Brock Lesnar
he and Brock Lesnar too.
and CM Punk.
But I will argue, I think the bloodline was his best work compared to both of them.
But this is what I'm
I
saying.
put I put that
Was
above
it
I put that above Punk
but was it
and
Paul
Brock.
Heyman's best work or was it the WWE's best work? Because all Paul Heyman is doing is talking. He could do the same thing with the vision right now. And he's not doing it. He's only aiming it at one person.
I think for the way they did the storytelling with the bloodline with him included there, that was his best work. Like and yeah, the promos were added to it, the matches with Roman added to it, Jimmy J, Solo, everything, and how they were portrayed. But the storylines, the cinematic storytelling that we were getting each and every single week about what was going to happen after the bloodline story, with Paul being around it and being when he was calling up the wise man, being Roman's ear, and then Roman telling him what he needed to do and how he was serving his role for him. I thought all of that was like I said, Chef Kiss. It was great to the point where when I think about Brock, I go, okay, with Brock, it was more so him talking for Brock, and Brock was just destroying people, right? He's
Right.
killing niggas. With Punk, it was, well, you don't really talk for Punk. Punk is talking for himself. What did Paul Heyman just do for Punk? He just let him go over the 433 days while Punk was a heel at one point, and it was dope for a while. But when I think about like absolutely memorable that will be talked about for a long time. That bloodline story is Steve Austin, and I think part of what helped it too was that it's based around stable, not just one person, which is why I say not plus not Brock Lesnar.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Why is the WWE not writing for the vision like they wrote for the bloodline? That's what I'm saying.
Because
That's what I'm like,
because I think this is, and if I take a wild guess, I think it's because they want to go about it in a very different, not so similar direction. But the problem with that is, with y'all doing that, y'all shooting yourself in the damn foot because wrestling fans like me and you should not be going over the phone talking about why is Braun the only one going for a world title belt and Bronson and Logan Paul aren't doing nothing.
they're not doing that.
Right. Or, oh, okay, what about the mass and stuff? Is it also theory? Are there going to be leaders in this division thing? Who is the leader in the division? Who is the tech that's going to be in the division? Who is going to be the enforcer in the division? We don't know. So because you're not giving those answers and for those questions each and every single week, that's why we have to be like, bro, this may be the worst thing that y'all all put together.
Ever.
And that's sad. Because Seth Rollins is a very talented guy. Ross is
Facts.
very talented. Ross is very talented. Paul Heyman is a goat on like phone.
Right.
Take nothing away from those guys. It's not their fault. It's the booking. People won't be like the challenge fault. Challenge not. They're terrible. I'm like, bro, it's not them. They're just doing their job. And if it was worse, for what it's worth, it is benefiting them, in a greater manner. The thing Ron I'm doing is being a guy that they look at it and go, he's being shoot and skyrocketed to the top, and I can see that. But the way he's getting there right now is kind of like it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. So, which is why when I look at LA Knight, this is just my opinion, guys. And if you guys don't want to agree, I'm sorry, but this is just my opinion. Okay, the WWE is handling the LA Knight, in my opinion, the right way.
They're doing what?
I believe they're handling him. They're handling him the right way in the sense of what they like. What we're used to seeing faces do, right? A babyface should not always win. They should struggle. They should work on obstacles and overcome. And we saw him on put on Raw. They put him on the show. I'm like, that's great because now you give him time to be away long enough for when the fans come back and see him. I'm not saying they go get no ovation or anything like that, but he will definitely have some more juice. The juice has been juiced out of him right at this point. Everyone, like they don't juice LA Knight out. Period. Like this whole year, he's been completely juiced out. That shows how. And in order to fill that juice, you need some away. Let me turn this keys. Green Lantern and the system Daytona for Supers on it. Okay, I have my keys all over my car while I was out there driving around. Oh, dude, the sports not in my pocket. And I don't know where. It's got the key to change for the supply car. I'm going to put it out here. Does it be like over in that? It's like one of those things for another day. Did you leave it around here? I went up for a car, and then I see the parking lot, and just get in, and I can't find it. Oh, wow. Dang. I'm normally leaving your car keys, bro. It's crazy. But, yeah. What do you think? You agree with that, Sid, or what's up?
I mean, I don't know. They gotta. I don't know. I mean, if with LA Knight being gone, everybody's in agreement that he should have been on the shelf for a second. But when he comes back, what is he supposed to come back as for people to be like, oh, that's different? Or this time they just
Before,
gonna let him win? All they're gonna do is let him
before
win this
I,
time.
I love that. Before I answer that question, let me ask you, and it just came to me. I have to ask you this question. Tell me, your honest opinion. Who's been booked to you the worst between LA Knight and Jay Uso?
Jey Uso,
Mm. Okay. And why?
because Jey Uso has been having bigger matches than LA Knight, and they got him losing every time. LA Knight been getting some good matches, but he ain't like he hasn't been. I don't think his match selection. I don't think his match selection compared to Jey Uso's was better for him to just continue to keep losing.
Mm.
Alrighty, have a good one. Yeah, I don't think that.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I think Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso's aura is bigger than LA Knight and all of that. So when you put all of that together, and Jey Uso is, oh, he won the Royal Rumble. Oh, he got opportunity like everybody that Jey Uso has fought, and he lost all these matches. Like LA Knight losing, it's almost like we're used to. Jey Uso wasn't supposed to lose like that though.
Right. Right.
He wasn't supposed to lose as many matches as he lost to the people that he won if they put him on the category as one of the best in the game. If they
Especially
got
when
him
you
as
got
one
a
of the
man named Uso, and
right,
you haven't won the
yeah.
Royal Rumble, and you
If
have
you
beat Gunther at the world title.
exactly, if you the one, yeah, if you one of the best in the game, you're not supposed to lose on the majority of the matches that you're losing to.
Yes.
LA Knight, you're not getting that label. So since you're not getting that label, you losing, it hurts, but at the same time, you're not main event Jey Uso. You're not supposed to be losing like that.
By
You
the
know what I'm
way,
saying?
this may be an unpopular opinion, but low key, Jay Uso had a great match with Gunther when he lost the world title. I'll be honest with you over that one.
Yeah,
It was a great match.
yeah,
Great match. You know? And we all highlight that enough, but it was a fantastic encounter.
yeah.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Even the first time he fought him when he beat him, or when he beat him,
Hmm.
and then when he lost, every time he went against, every time he went against Gunther, he had a good match. LA Knight did not have a good match against Gunther at all. Now, granted, if he got injured, I get it, but
Wait a minute, you think he had a good match with him at on last
no,
week?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that
So,
match was. If I'm putting that match compared to what Jey Uso did, no, Jey Uso's match was better. Both was better. LA Knight did his thing, but he got injured. I think if LA Knight wouldn't have got injured and the match didn't end the way that it did, then I would have a different opinion.
wait a minute, when did he get injured?
They said that he
I watched
got
the
injured.
match.
The reason why, that's why, what you call it, that's why the finisher was weak because LA Knight got injured.
Oh, so he's hurt.
I don't
So
know if he
that's why.
hurt, but I think he got hurt during that match.
Right.
That's why the finisher was weak.
Well, I'm going to ask. That's the reason why they probably roll him off the show.
That's a possibility because that's a
Interesting.
possibility. Yep. Now
Interesting.
that you think about it, yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that, but that might be the reason why he off the show.
Which is going to pay him. They're going to pay him tenfold, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
playing all of it.
I,
Yeah.
yep. I don't think now. Again, it's not that I want to see anything remotely different from LA Knight. I just think that they will perhaps maybe sometime they might change course sometime next year with LA Knight. But I don't know. I don't know. The Dodie's looking these days is just it's weird. But granted, we still enjoy Raw. You know what I'm saying? I thought Raw was fantastic for real. Quiet as a cat.
Yeah, it was a good brawl.
It really was, man.
It definitely was
And
a
for
really good
those that
brawl.
want to be critical of it, I'm like, I don't know how Chris out that show. I mean, he gave you a lot of moving parts when it comes to storyline. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was a really good brawl.
Yeah, man. That's all was fire. So going back to that right quick. So with the interview he had with Captain Kelly prior to his match against what's gonna call his name, Logan Paul. Did you feel like, well, matter of fact, let's take into account his promo with Logan Paul and then that interview with Captain Kelly. Do you, when you hear him talk, what comes to your mind all the time when you hear LA speak?
You said what comes to my mind?
Yes,
What you mean by that?
like when you hear him speak, like does he make you feel something? Does he uh make you go, this man's a hell of a talker. He can talk very, very well. I can listen to him, blah blah blah. Or do you go, this is too character ish? It's not for me.
Um,
Because the reason I bring this up is because of how critical Dan Becker was of him when it came to how he talked compared to how Ron Record talked on Raw this past on Monday.
oh well, let's be clear. Let's
Yeah, come on.
because Brecker doing too much. L.A. Knight talk way better than Braun Breaker if they want to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Way
Come
better.
on,
So
talk
if he
about
over here talking like that don't make no sense. Like Braun Breaker just opened his mouth twice. And all of a sudden he the best talker on the planet. Calm down. Like no,
it. Beasley,
L.A. Knight's
he was like
promos is way better.
he was like I absolutely love Braun Breaker. I love Braun Breaker. I absolutely love Braun Breaker.
Man, stop, bro. Man, stop. They let Braun Breaker get on the mic and let loose for 2 weeks. They let him do
Oh yeah,
whatever
man.
he wanted to,
All
say
right.
whatever he wanted to
Yeah,
say
me too.
for 2 weeks. That's it. That man ain't did that for no whole year straight. LA Knight been kicking freaking promos for the longest. Who you talking about? Not even on the same
Yeah,
level.
there's a level of charisma that LA Knight has within him that is it reminds me of The Rock and it reminds me of Austin, but I think for one I think he's entertaining, right? I think the catchphrases are dope. I think his whole presentation is dope. I like the way he carries himself. Like he carries himself with confidence, even when he's not going to necessarily always win, right? So the bravado, what do they call it, machismo of him, I think really suits him well, and he does a hell of a job with that. I just feel that, and I'm going to agree with you too, BG. When it comes down to it, yes, I would definitely be more of an LA Knight fan than I would be of a Brown Record fan. I think LA Knight, I don't know if he's micromanaged. I don't know if he's in his head a lot. I don't know if they're telling him to be more like babyface, don't talk too much like a heel. Don't keep it too real. We want you to still be a little bit more like this. Don't be loose. I don't know, but I can definitely tell the difference with how they utilize him on the promos compared to how he was in TNA. When he's in TNA as Eli Drake. I thought not only was he funny, but each time he got a promo, I was like, this dude is one hell of a talker. And if WWE was to bring him into their company, he'll be a great asset. Now I see him in WWE, and I'm just like, he's a great asset, but why are we not utilizing his gifts some more with how he talks? I think he talks very well. I just don't think. Again, I'm looking for. Okay, for instance, when we saw CM Punk or when we hear Drew McIntyre cut a promo, we're like, bruh, you heard what you said with that dude and how you insulted that dude and what you said? Okay, for instance, when you called Damian Priest Team Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
That was a good line. Like, where is that with LA Knight? Where are those promos? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or do you think, like, even with me saying as a fan, I was expecting maybe perhaps too much? What would you say?
I don't know. Like when it comes to the promos and stuff like that, which that's where it goes left for me with the WWE. The WWE is so big
Mm,
on promos now, and you got so many people who can't kick promos. That's the reason why people don't look at their matches at all because
mm, mm.
they don't got promo. So it makes you not want to watch the match because
Yeah,
you ain't got no promo. But if the characters that's in the WWE don't got good promos, you shouldn't have them there yet. If that's the case, because that's
that's a
making
fact.
everybody else look bad.
That's a
If there's
fact.
only if Roman, Cody, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, if Randy Orton, if all of them, if they're the only ones that can kick out promos, then they're the only
Mm.
ones in the forefront. That's the reason why we don't get to see everybody else because everybody else can't kick promos. That's the reason why I don't sell tickets because everybody aren't good enough to do that. And if the WWE is really relying on promos, then they need to get the ones that's not doing good promos out of there until they can do it because
I
it's not
agree.
fair.
I agree. I agree. And but that goes up to my point about why I'm a big advocate for why I believe any and every wrestler can get over. One of the things that that Bowie said about Paul Heyman when he ran East Philly back in the day is he's able to tap into wrestlers' real life, like like what they actually had issues with. He brought up about how Taz, have a good one. He brought up about how Taz, you remember Taz like from back in the day.
Yeah,
He brought up about how Taz had an insecurity about being, short, you know what I'm saying? He's got about being short and how he had to prove himself so something towards everybody because people were kind of like, he basically, he kind of came in with a chip on his shoulder. And so Paul Heyman knew that about him. Have a good one. And what he did was he was like, I'm going to maximize some of that out of you into a storyline, right? I believe everybody can go there. Mia Yim, like I always have to Mia because I think there's talent really underneath her, and I think WWE does her a complete disservice by not allowing it to be shown each week on television. I really do.
right,
I think she has the talent. So I'm like, why is she not giving us like a room to just cut? I'm not saying her saying 25-minute promo, but at the very least a 15-minute promo.
right,
Just like go off and vouch out your frustrations, and you never know. Sometimes doing a promo where you are frustrated with the company will take you to another level. It's shown before,
right,
multiple times. We've seen it with Austin. We've seen it with Punk. We've seen it with MJF from AEW. And you can cut a promo where you're just being yourself and it's authentically you. The WWE will do something with you. They will. But if you're going in for yourself and the fans are coming more so for you and the WWE can't get a hold of you, that's when it becomes a problem. And that's why I think they didn't want to push Karrion Cross because they were like, he got over on his own. We want to get him home. He can't do it by himself. And I'm like, that's selfish because you guys preach all the time again. Get over. So when they do get over, why is that a problem?
yeah,
That's like I'm saying. That's like me saying, BZ, go out there and promote your album, man. You want a press release? I'm putting you out there. You're part of my label, blah blah blah. I just signed you, and you do a great job doing your press release. And
right,
now and now you sold over 1,000 freaking copies.
right,
Why would I then go? Now you owe me as much as this, that, and third. But I may have paid a guarantee to you by saying, by you going out and doing that, you
right,
get paid in advance and stuff like that. You get paid in
right,
advance.
right. What's
So
going on, man?
so you get paid, but you don't get paid in advance. Like, come on,
Right. Yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't understand that. So I'm just like, y'all say this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's what I'm talking about. But that's how I feel. Let me see. Trying to think here. I beat that hard, bro. You still there?
No, that
You
ain't
still?
mine.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. um, going back to the Gunther and other night match, they said that LA Knight relied too much on his taglines to the point where when he was in the ring, he was talking on Gunther, and at one point he said, Blue Ray said the crowd went, yeah, 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 and then the volume kind of like went down. Then Gunther and LA Knight motioned for his maneuver, and the crowd went complete dead silent.
What?
Yup. You talk about in the bio the meta versus Gunther, and that he was like, "You're doing very well, but the moment you do that, it's like basically like you're chasing for the hug. That's what they call it in pro wrestling. Chasing for the hug, chasing for the crowd to react to what you're doing."
Okay. So
So
they
they're
saying that
like,
that's what he was doing?
yeah, they're saying like he was doing that perhaps in time a little too much, in the sense of like that's why it was a right fit of seeing Gunther go over against Cena because he looked past early night, made clear what he was going to do in the match. While you have early night cut that uh, again in our minds a semi promo of how he talks. I'm just like, bro,
Wow.
he's a character. He's a freaking character. He's supposed to talk like that. Sean Ricker is not LA Knight. LA Knight is not Sean Ricker. Sean Ricker just has a great personality and probably talk with you on real stuff in real life. But with LA Knight, he's a character.
Wow.
But what do I know? Right? So this is where, and you know me, I was usually one to be praising myself for radio, boom, boom, y'all understand, sir. But really, bro, I can't defend this. I can't.
Uh,
Because fans were coming at them talking about they were hating. I don't believe they were hating. I just think they criticized it too much to a point where I think they looked into it too deep.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. His character isn't even big enough to even have a whole episode about him. My opinion.
Is he overrated to you?
No, because he ain't ranked at all. He ain't rated at all to me. So to even be overrated is crazy when they don't even look at you like that. But I think that's the company's doing. I don't think they got nothing to do with him because I think he's good enough to be up there with everybody else. They just won't put him there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doing commercials, so it ain't like they don't want him.
Facts. Can you see him down the line become a world champion?
Yeah, they're gonna
Because
have they don't got a
for some
choice.
reason they don't believe it. They don't. For some reason they don't believe it.
No, they're gonna do it because they ain't got a choice. But if outside of Cody, Punk, and Roman, who else? And Drew, who else? Who else can you put it on? That make it make sense.
Oh, for them, they definitely will say that.
That's what I'm saying. That's one. It's two titles. So
Let
who
me
else?
see, Ron. But he hasn't been established quite yet. So to say that, so it's too
Yeah.
early. Um, I want to say Kobe Kingston. I love Kobe though, but not Kobe Kingston.
Nope.
No, they put him. They still keep him in the New Day. So
And
no, he ain't gonna wait
he ain't
for a
better than
while.
LA either.
No, definitely not. Um,
When Kevin
Dude, and
Owens when Kevin Owens
people
comes
hitting on
back,
people like Kobe Kingston is not very early night. I'm like,
when
no.
Kobe when he's not clear. That's clear. Uh, that's clear. When Kevin come back, you can give it to Kevin. Randy,
I
you
like
can give it to
Kevin.
Randy.
I like Randy.
Y'all want to give it to Sammy so bad, but you got to have LA Knight in the picture, and he has to be in the top of the picture. You can't put him at the bottom.
I
You
like
can't put him at the
Sammy. I
bottom.
like Brock. I like Brock Lesnar. Although Brock Lesnar's going to be at his last year, they gonna put him. His last match is going to be in SummerSlam for next year. Johnson said in an interview. He said he's on his way. He said Brock's on his way out, and he defended why he lost against Brock. In his interview with Chris Van Lee.
Uh,
Yeah, man. Great interview, by the way. If you ever listen to the interview with John Cena, Chris Van Vliet, I would highly recommend checking it out. But um, but yeah, man.
Yeah, LA Knight is up there. Like
I
when you
agree.
speak on the top 10 or top 15, he's up there. So for them to say that he had never had a title, they tripping. The storylines of him losing too much, they're going to give it to him because he's losing too much. They got to put it
Especially
on.
especially when you consider people always go into the idea of saying, okay, a certain wrestler has to have that look or that
And he
it
got that.
factor or that
He got
soul
that.
package. I agree, which is why when you talk about Austin Theory, I also agree with that because they just not only do they look it, they show it,
Yep.
right? They had that charisma, they have something that just oozes greatness coming out of them, and you can just see it from a mile away. So that's why I'm like. But it does become confusing when you have this man go for the money bank contract 3 years in a row and he doesn't win the money bank contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like he's bigger than that. I think he's bigger than that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he may not for you win the money bank contract or you can't get you over the world title. I don't like that. And me personally, I don't like the idea of you winning your first world championship
Off
by
of yep. But
cashing in a briefcase. You know what I mean?
uh
That's
huh.
weird
Yeah.
to me.
It is
That's so weird to me.
because you ain't beat
Especially
nobody
when they
straight
trying to push
up.
you to be, especially when you trying to be the star of the company.
Right. I
Nah,
agree with
bro.
that. I agree with that.
You know. Now, if you win it like after you have won the world title, probably like let's say you won the world title after what 3, 4 times, then that's a different story. But
Right.
other than that, your first time going for the world title, no. Especially when you come in being somebody who already just finished a world title match. Oh, hell no.
Yeah. And that
Like,
person
no,
is
don't do
already
that.
beat up.
Yeah,
That person's
exactly.
already beat up to a bloody pulp. Man, you just come in there and
You know,
cash in. Like,
if
come
he
on.
does that, like to me, that's a heel move
It is.
because basically you just cheated. What you do, cheat.
But at the same time, it's if the person that you're cashing in on is a heel, it's not a heel move.
Oh, that's WWE want to pull a double turn.
Yeah, like if Logan Paul has the title and he loses, I mean he beats Roman. If he got Logan Paul has the title and he beats Roman, and he comes out and catches in on Logan Paul. That's not a heel move.
No, especially when people they're like crazy. Especially when people actually hate Logan Paul like
Right.
that one way. So they celebrate that for sure. But if you did to say, um, if you didn't say to like a Jey Uso or a Seth Rollins, they'll be a baby faces. Oh yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, if he do it on a baby face,
Would it be wrong if he cashed out Gunther?
nope. Have a good one, man. No,
He
see,
said
that's what
no.
I'm saying. I don't. I think anybody with the cash in, it don't matter if you're a heel or a face. At the end of the day, like you have the ability to do it on whoever. So that doesn't make you a heel or a
Thanks.
face. You just trying to get an opportunity. Because when what you
Even
call it
if
cashed in, she was a what face or a heel? Tiffany Stratton,
thanks, but you found Naya.
right?
But I called out my way. I said at some point she's gonna get rid of her because Nike keeps abusing her. That was the story,
Right,
and to me I was like that makes sense. She's going to do it. So to me it wasn't a heel move because Naya treated her badly.
right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's doing it. That's cashing in on a heel person.
Yep.
But at the same time, even if she did cash in on a baby face, at the end of the day, that ain't a heel move. I get an opportunity. What you telling me? So also pretty much all the baby faces who got the money in the bank, they got to go and offer themselves an opportunity by fighting them straight up one on one at a pay per view and putting the money in the bank cash in on the line. That's not how the cash in works. Regardless of
Unless
you a
you catch.
face, regardless of you a face or a heel, if they're gonna turn it that way, then every person who's a face They supposed to go to the heel that has the title and be like, "Hey, I want to face you at SummerSlam. I want to cash in then, but I don't want to sneak you." Like, bro, that's not how it works.
They sometimes they will do that, or they'll go, you know
They've
what?
never done that.
I'll add this. I'll add this. No, John Cena did it against CM Punk for his world title. He had one of the briefcases. He had cashed in for Monday Raw. That's when CM Punk turned heel and beat the Rock up. But and I think maybe somebody. I think Danny Sandow. Yeah, Danny Sandow. Remember John Cena beat him and he lost the briefcase because of it. Um, so other than that, I think the only way for it to work would be like this. If I know a world title that's happening in the main event, I should catch in right there and there in the main event as far as just make it a three-way. That would be the right, as babyface, that would be the right way to go about it. But if I just wait and see babyface, first of all, say the babyface that people love. Say she has Jeff Hardy, for instance, right? And Jeff Hardy wins the world. Well, not even Jeff Hardy, because Jeff Hardy, he's solidified. But up and coming babyface that has won the world title yet. He wins the world title on his first night, and I cash in, and I'm supposed to be babyface, and I'm like, no, I need to have it now. The perception versus reality will be, oh, you just ruined this guy's moment. Screw you. But in my mind, I'm like, I have the briefcase. I can cash in whenever I want. So
Exactly.
I'm not no bad guy. But then they'll even go, we're gonna try to deal. And I'm like, okay, okay. Because the fans love to love dudes, they don't want his moment ruined. So we're going to pivot and make you a bad guy. I'm like, all right, bet. I ain't gonna be mad about it either. But that will be the only reason for it.
Mm.
Because the crowd will love him, and then I come in next night. Ooh, you stole his opportunity. Screw you. Right? That kind of thing.
But how did
So,
he?
I mean, hey.
But my thing is, how did he steal the opportunity if you was already
No,
champion?
I stole opportunity. I stole a moment. I stole a moment. He had the opportunity already. He won in his moment, and I took it all the way away from him. So he go down as a short reigning world champion, while I become the new world champion. That is how messed up though. Like if you really think about it for a second, like you win the world title, busy. I go ahead and catch you win world champion, or you win lasted for one day.
But you
it,
still,
it,
but it's
it's
still
messed
a
up.
notch on your belt. It's not really. That's what I'm saying. Like at
You
the
don't
end
think
of
so?
no, because at the end
Okay.
of the day, that's what the type. That's what the briefcase is for. Heel or face, it don't matter. Like you, they don't automatically. Well, because you're the face, you automatically gonna go against whoever the heel is for the title. That's why. That's why what Larry said was very important when he was like, bro, why do we got two heels or why do we got two faces with the titles? And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, it has to
Mm-hmm.
be one or the other. Because if it ain't one or the other, then what we talking about right now is irrelevant. Because if it's two faces, if somebody cash in, then what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it's
Yeah.
two faces, if Cody Rhodes got the title, CM Punk got the title, and then Roman Reigns gets the title, I mean gets the money in the bank. Now what? He can cash in on any one he wants. You can't pick because both of them is
Yeah.
faces. So whatever he does, oh well, that's going to turn him heel. How? Both of them is
No, it
faces.
won't turn heel. It won't turn heel. It won't turn heel. I was just using I was just using my scenario as a way of that could potentially lead me to be a heel because of how it would have been done in that manner. You win, you go for your personal title shot, you the main event, you win. I take that from you because I have the briefcase that you give me the opportunity to win the world title at any given point in time. But the timing of how I did it will cause the perception for people to go, you done screwed this dude's moment. People would not like that moment. I
But
would be like, nah.
but even if you
I'm with you. I'm with you. Realistically speaking, I can't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Even if yes,
But
I'm saying,
say,
even if you screw his
yeah,
moment, at the end of the day, you like, dang. If a face would be like, dang, you got me. Congratulations. It is what it is. You caught me. That's it. There's nothing else to be said. Like, oh, I got to get him back because they took my title. I'm like, bro, you knew that I was coming for whoever had it at any moment. That don't make me a heel. I'm just
Unless,
I'm
unless,
making
unless
sense on
babies
that.
want to be whining about it, like you took away my moment, like blah 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 blah, and they want to be whining about it and start crying about how they had the opportunity, they was going to feed their families or something like that. Like something to that effect, but it still would be like, all right, bro, like I still won though, like what you talking about?
Yeah, you won that you won. But at the same time,
Facts,
you still gotta watch your back because that's what the briefcase is all about. Not for no
exactly.
face, not for no heel. It's the briefcase. That's what brings that energy with the briefcase. I can cash in on anybody, regardless of you my homie or not. Nia Jax was Tiffany Stratton's homie, and she cashed in on him. So it don't
Mm-hmm.
matter. Anybody could get it if they want to be the face of the company. Anybody.
Agreed.
And that person who would cash
Uh,
in on shouldn't have no problem with it. You just gotta watch your back at all times.
yep, pretty much.
Yeah, so I don't know. LA, but yeah, LA Knight, yeah, they tripping talking about he ain't gonna get the title. He's definitely gonna get the title. Definitely gonna
Well,
get
I
the
tell
title
you what,
soon.
BZ, the moment he does, we're gonna go right here and probably put a photo or a post or something like that. You know, like y'all said LA Knight will never become world champion. All that they can say he probably won't ever be champion. He's getting buried. Look at him now. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the WWE is drawing it up perfect for LA Knight to get a title.
I agree.
They're drawing it up perfect. I would say the same thing
Yeah.
about him, but this is what I'm. But some of the stuff don't be obvious. Like everybody, I was all over Twitter, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's drawn up for Jey Uso to go heel." I'm like, okay, but even if he goes heel, what does that make him, and who is he going against? Everybody gonna be so excited and can't wait for Jey Uso to go heel. To go against who? His brother? We already seen that. What else you got?
Let me ask you a question. When you pitched James to be a heel a month ago, right? And for him to get towards and I believe that the purpose for why you said him to turn heel was for him to get towards the reptile bed.
Right.
What were you? Who were you looking at around that time for Jason to go after when he was say he had hypothetically turned heel around that time?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't even remember. Because now when I look at the Jey Uso heel turn thing now, to me it don't make sense. It don't make sense at all
yeah.
to me. Roman's not around enough for you to turn on your brother. I mean, to turn on Roman. Your brother, he's there, but at the end of the day, if you crash out on him, all that's going to do is draw up his disappearing act because he about to leave because his wife about to have a baby anyway. So that's it. But what else you got going on? You're turning heel at the wrong time because everybody that you never got your revenge back on that's been beating you up, now all of a sudden you're on their side. That's weird. Doesn't make any sense. None of it. None of it makes sense.
Could you see? Not saying that this is going to happen. Could you see Jacob Foote join the vision?
I mean, that would be the stupidest move WWE could ever do. That wouldn't even make no sense. That would just be like, bro, why'd you even do that? That's forcing Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to be on the same team that everybody didn't want to
That's
see in the
a
first
fact.
place. That doesn't make no
That is
sense.
like that would make no sense.
Like,
Especially
why are you
considering
doing
like
that?
how he's got feud with them all year too on top of it. Like
If,
he's
he,
been feud with the bloodline. He's been feud
if,
with them the whole year.
if they're gonna do anything, they need to team him up with Solo. If they're gonna turn him heel on that side, go over there with MFT. You
I I like that.
know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, do it there. But to go into Vision, that's just stupid. That don't even make sense. Like everybody
But
already
I'm
noticing how
definitely
weak the WWE's pen is getting because they storylines ain't making no sense at all. All of them look the same.
I am enjoying the Wyatt storyline with the MFTs though. That is pretty dope.
Yeah, that's something that should have happened a while ago.
I know we called that for a while.
That should have happened at War Games.
Uh, Yep, that would have been and it would have been way better. It would have been way better.
Yep,
It would have been way better.
yep. But
Way
no,
better.
no, they won't do it.
It would have been way better.
They only paying attention to other stuff. And now we look at Raw and we see a couple stories that's lining up. But at the same time, it's like The only story that we got not Alexa. What's her name? We got the Liv Morgan joint with Roxanne in them. We see that story starting to brew. We see that one. That's cool. But for the Jey Uso to join the tag team to almost crash out, in all honesty, the only person that's cool at crashing out is Braun Breaker.
Yes,
He's the only cool crash out.
yes.
Everybody else that's crashing out is corny. I'm just like, whatever. Ron Breaker, he crashes out. He puts his sleeves down, all of that stuff. He runs people through the wall. He do all of that stuff. He even crashed out in his promo. That's crash out. Jey Uso's not crashing out like
That
that.
you got a great point, and that's why when Larry was like, "Something, he got to crash out, gimmick. You got to
Nah, please, that's
working out
weak.
for him." I said to myself, that crash out gimmick is cool, but it only has so much leg room.
Yeah, that thing ain't doing nothing. He ain't
Like
crashing out
you
all that.
got so many legs, you only got so many legs to have a crash. The reason why I work for Broad Breaker is because this what got him over. And plus, when he does that thing on Spears, he does come across like he's freaking crazy,
Right.
right?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it
He's
works for
crashing
him.
out. It
It
works for
works
him.
for him.
It works
It
for
works
him.
perfectly
It
for
don't
him.
work for nobody else.
Yes.
It works for him. He
So when
literally
Jey Uso
crashes
does
out.
it will make me go, Jey Uso, oh my gosh, Jey Uso, you're crazy. Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I don't know what I would have to feel for it.
Right. You
Okay, if you're
crashed out.
crashing out, what's your purpose of
Yeah, you crashed out on the prime. You crashed out on the steps, and then teamed up with
it?
your brother the week after.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
And then, oh well, it's a setup for him to crash out on his brother. Man, bro, we see that coming a mile away, but we already know his brother
Thanks.
about to be gone because his wife is about to have a baby. Come on, bro, make it make sense. Like this stuff is too obvious. And then when his brother is gone, what you gonna do then? When Jey Uso is there by himself, what's gonna happen then? You got him going against LA Knight. LA Knight's not there. Who you about to go against? Sami Zayn when he come back?
I like Sami
What we
Zayn.
doing?
I like Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn. I can see that.
What
I
we
think that would be
doing?
the
How
best
long?
way for them to go.
How long is that gonna work?
If I had to put a number on it, probably a couple months before they want to bring Jay back. I can see them going that route. I think that will be the only transition because of the story connection with the bloodline, right? Other than that, you got a great point because I don't see nobody else on the
Nobody.
roster that's what I'm saying,
Make it make
really
sense.
have. Yeah, that don't. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Now you're gonna see Jey Uso teaming up with Drew McIntyre going against good guys. Who wants to see that? Y'all was just fighting last month. Now all of a sudden y'all on the same
Yeah,
team? Come
and War
on,
Games
bro.
too. Too is
Nobody
that
wants
War
to see
Games.
that, bro. That makes no sense.
That's force feeding. That's what we consider force feeding, bro.
Yeah, that makes
That's what
no
I'm
sense. That's what I'm saying, bro. And if he's about to really crash out and become a heel, stop letting him carry babies when he's doing the intro. That's not cool.
That's what I'm
That's not cool, bro. The past
That's
2 weeks, every time you came out, you had a baby in your hand. So you still face. You still the face. You still good. How you all of a sudden just gonna turn left? No.
Which is why I said that's why I said like it would be if they have him turn heel, he should come out to the crowd. Because automatically it'll make people go, well, are you supposed to be a bad guy or are you supposed to be a good guy? Why are you doing that? But to your point, yeah, I agree with that. Completely agree with that. Because the
And
moment
and my
you hold a baby, it's almost it's telling me, oh, he's a good guy. He loves kids. He's a rule.
and my thing is this: is his promos gonna get better because you're a heel? If all of a sudden you can breathe properly when you turn heel, if you can't, the turn
That
make
is
no sense.
that's crazy for you to say. Can you
Like,
breathe
come on,
properly?
bro. Like, I
That's
ain't.
a fact. That's such a fact, bro.
Yeah, I ain't. Come
Funny.
on, bro. Let the
I'm
let
not
the
talking
reality
funny.
be the reality of things, bro. Some stuff that
That
even if you do turn, some things still ain't gonna change.
I
Still ain't
like
gonna
what
change.
John Cena said about Cody Rhodes months ago, and this is where I go. Yes, I do think Cody Rhodes can talk. Though. I do think he's a great order on a microphone. I think the problem with Cody is, and Cena said this very well. You're too polished. You don't come like you're supposed to be this baby face, and you come out like what we just said the other day. You come out wearing suits.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Wearing the suit does not scream baby face, right? And because of that, you're not really endearing yourself to the audience, but yet for some reason, WWE audience just loves Cody Rhodes, right? And I think that's because they were sold on the whole finish story thing, right? Finish story. Because they were sold on it so much, he can never be something else in their eyes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He worked it. He pretty much did that Jedi mind trick the whole audience.
The whole time.
Period. Right? And it's going to work for a while, but eventually, those Curry Rose Bulls are coming, bro.
They start.
They'll come this year. They'll come 2026.
That's what I'm saying. They getting sick of it, bro.
They are.
They riding
Just
it.
haven't
They
been showing no
WWE
shoulders,
is riding it till they riding it, milking it as much as they can because they know it's about to turn.
though. Yeah, I believe the reason for that is because of what they did with John Cena, what they did with Roman Reigns. What was that reason?
What you mean?
The invincible booking,
What you mean by that?
winning matches when you could have afforded sometimes a loss here and there.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you got so pushed to the point where you're winning so much, they don't like that. They're doing the same thing with Cody Rhodes. And it's like you guys, you would think WWE would learn by now to
Well,
stop doing that.
the difference between Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns and John Cena and Cody Rhodes is Roman Reigns and John Cena and them. They was fighting more than Cody. Cody wasn't fighting. Cody fight once every 2 months, and then he's in a tag team. He get a because how many title joints he put on the line when he first got the title. We was already complaining about his run, and now he's doing the same thing again.
This is so true.
Have a good one.
This is
Yeah,
so
he's
true.
doing the same thing again. It's just like, bro, you're not putting that title on the line every time you come out. You like, oh man, oh he's about to be the tag team partner. He's helping CM Punk. Oh no, he's coming down to save Jey Uso. That's not no Cody Rhodes is going against somebody for the title. It's always him coming down to help, and he always in that Cody Rhodes jogging suit every time when he do that. But other than that, when he's supposed to be on a show, he comes out in a suit. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like
And
shout out
then
to a
this is
jogging
so
suit. A
true.
jogging suit is fire. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying is, it's just like, bro,
facts.
like you're not putting no titles on the line. It's always turning into a tag team
This
situation
is
all the time.
busy, and you know what too? It's become a lot more apparent with that the second title run. The
Yeah,
first title run, I would argue, was a lot more consistent. But even with it being consistent, you still didn't have a lot of consistent challengers.
at all,
You had the same challengers for like a month on end. You
at
saw for
all.
what 2 3 months. You
Exactly.
saw for 2 3 months, and then what? Capped for 4 months.
That's
That was
it.
it. That was it. You didn't have rainwater, you know, what I'm saying, on your radar. And the moment you lose the world title, it's against John Cena in one of the worst WrestleMania main event matches I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
that's a
I'm
fact.
sorry.
Yep,
I'm
that's a fact.
sorry. Like shout out to John Cena. Thank God for you. And this was a phenomenal year for you. I thought it was outstanding. Was a perfect no, but I thought Cena did a hell of a job this year. But let's call it for what it is. That was by far one of the worst main event matches I've seen
One of
at
the worst.
WrestleMania.
Period.
And one of the worst finishes too. And Sean Scott did not make no sense to beat it.
That's up.
Sorry, I'm saying about
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
So again, and but John Cena did make it clear that he said the purpose of him being a heel was to go to wrestling. I get that. I understand, Cena. I understand. I understand you did not want me to like that moment, and you did your absolute best. I get it. But at the same exact time, we're talking about Wrestle freaking Mania. But, but, and people, if you guys have listened to WWE talk for a long time, if you follow us, BB made the point to mention they had SummerSlam this year, though.
Yeah.
They had
And it was
SummerSlam.
a 2 night
So they
event.
had, and it was a 2 night event. So they had no other choice but to sacrifice WrestleMania. That's why it wasn't as great or spectacular as
As
it
we
could
used
be.
to. Yep, as we used to.
And, right. Because when you think about WrestleMania, you think about Taker versus Shawn Michaels, um,
Triple H and
the Hardy
Undertaker.
Boys,
Yep.
right? The TLC match between the Hardy Boys, yeah, Triple H and Undertaker. The end of the era, I think the end of the era Hell in a Cell match between Taker and Hunter was
Yep.
one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life, bro. I watched that on pay per view and everything.
Yep.
Great match. Great match. I think about Punk and Undertaker. I think about Cena with Shawn Michaels. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just WrestleMania at its core, it's supposed to be the moment you show out.
Yep.
That's why when Jey and Jimmy Uso had their match, I was like, now this is the opportunity for you guys to show out. And BG, question, did they show out?
Nope.
So it was a wasted WrestleMania moment. That's
Yep.
why he don't want to, and just so you guys are clear, have a good one. That's why he don't want to see Jay or Jimmy have a nerve match or a nerve feud.
No.
Because of how WrestleMania went down. Now, granted, kudos to the brothers. They did tie it into a story to help save it. But even when we got to tell the story, all it was what we typically get from the Usos.
Yep.
Super kicks, punch,
That's yep.
chops,
Yep.
running through the turnbuckle, Uso splash, after Uso splash, some Samoan drop. You're going to get the same thing from those guys because
Same
typically
thing.
speaking, that's what they do in their sound matches. There's nothing that Jimmy did that was different. There's nothing that Jay did that was different. Jimmy can be different, and Jay, I believe, can be different too. But we have not seen it yet, which is why I've been like so critical and why I'm like Jay. I want to see you win. Shut these suckers up that say you can't wrestle or that you're overrated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really advocate for Jey Uso. That's part of the reason why when I talk about Jey Uso in the way I talk about him, is because I know he got it in him to do it. I know he does. Everybody does. Everybody does. Especially when you're at the top and you're selling that most merch and you know how talented you are, it
Right.
has to work.
Got no
How you
choice.
doing, man? Exactly. So, okay, thank you. So, yeah, man. That's pretty much what it is, man. So, like I said, I do think LA Knight will become world champion eventually. Jey Uso, do you see Jey Uso going for the world title again?
Not right now.
Could happen next year.
Uh, what is this? Um, I can't say. I don't know. I really think this. I really think this. Run with the Usos. I think that's really about to be. I don't think it's a heel turn thing. I think the Usos is really about to be in the tag team division for a little bit because Roman's not there. I think when Roman comes back and they have the tag team titles, then Roman goes after the title. They recreate the bloodline the way that they had it from the beginning with gold around the spot. Because Roman did say, and he told Jay, and he told Jimmy. He said, "Trust nobody but family." That's it. So with
Mm-hmm.
Jay not being with Jimmy, he's trusting other people because he's a solo. But when he's with Jimmy, he's trusting nobody but family, which is his brother.
Makes complete sense.
So that's why I
In
think
real
that
life,
Roman is
and in
like,
real
man,
life,
bump that. Yeah,
and in real life, that will be the case too.
yeah,
But let's talk about what it is. In real time, now DZ and me are blood related. But if someone was to pop off, you got my back.
right,
Let's get real.
yeah,
I got his back too, for
right,
sure. But at the same that time, if I put my brother Josiah and send me and my brother Josiah B gives who I'm on side with, my brother.
yeah. You got to. That's blood.
Even with me and him buddy this from time to time, he's still my brother. It's
Yeah,
my blood, it's my flesh and blood.
yeah,
Like legit. Like
yep,
that's not like in a real as you should. I love what Roman said right there because
yeah. I love it when he
he
said it. He said, "I
he
only came back
yes,
for my brothers to make. I mean, make sure that my family is good. I'm not here to be. I'm
exactly.
not here to be friends with none of y'all. I'm only here for
No.
Jimmy and Jay. That's
No,
it.
exactly. Now behind the scenes, that's how Roman's not saying him and Punk will get along, Cody and him will get along, boom, boom. But what he's saying, and for the storyline purposes of the bloodline, even with it maybe actually there may be some half truth with that. But from what I gather, from what a lot of people say about Roman, he's well liked backstage. People love him backstage. They
Yeah,
do. They say he's a really good locker room leader. All this then some. So he's not a horrible person. Is he perfect? No, nobody is. But like I said, I do believe that Roman, he's not tolerating or playing games when it comes to his family, and that's what he's trying to tell Daniel too. Yeah, it's you, bro. Yep, got you, man. Thank you. No problem, man. Um, have a good one, bro. Yep. So when it comes down to it, and it's wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, like I said, if they go for check it up, that was now okay. Now this is what he's cooking. This is what they're cooking in the world tap in the top department on Raw. If you got Jimmy and Jay holding it down for the tag division, now it's going to bump up.
You said nah, what?
It's going to bump up after one, man.
And that's what I'm
He's
saying.
great
So
in the middle of that.
it will be back. It will be back to the bloodline running the show and bringing the tickets back.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Roman comes
Mm-hmm.
back, he goes after Cody or he goes after CM Punk. And if he messes around and wins, you got the Usos back at the top of the tag team titles, and you got Roman back at the top of the tag with the championship. That's it. And it'll be back
If the
bloodline all
Usos
over again.
if the Usos beat AJ Styles and Beverly for the World Tag Team titles on Raw, Roman has to go after CM Punk.
Exactly.
Yep. And so now that gives me an even bigger case for why I say Roman has to win first against Punk.
And it makes ton of sense. Now when
Yes,
you
it
look at
does.
it like that, it makes ton of sense. And then
Yes.
Roman to be put in his position back. I'm putting my family back on top. That's it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why when
Exactly.
Jay was like, well, maybe he right. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he right. I don't need a title right now or whatever. But that could be just all right. We'll go after the tag team one for right now. Let Roman get that one back. And then we'll work on you going over to get the other one. We're not saying that you're never going to get it, but we saying we got to make stuff happen right now.
I will say this. When Gunther beat Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title, I will say this. I thought it was not the right decision, but it was very interesting that they had that happen because again, remember how I said WWE's not going to go for the long title reigns?
Yeah.
I thought initially it was going to lead towards okay, Jey Uso loses 1 week, and 2 3 weeks from now he'll probably recapture it or probably get it back at SummerSlam.
Right.
This is what we were all thinking.
Right.
But the
It
WWE
was going.
said, no, 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 no. No, we're
Right.
not doing that. Now, if it's leading to Jay So have this long term storytelling where he's like doubting himself, he had the world title, he made it to the top. He doesn't he's not Roman Reigns, so he can't beat Roman. Roman was right about this, but you know what? Maybe I don't deserve to have a title on my shoulder, blah blah blah
Right.
blah.
Right.
And he's going through those emotions.
Right.
I love this. Here's the thing: if Jay wins the world title, because he said all that, it makes me go, if he's the world champion again, I guarantee you he's going to do any and everything he can to maintain it,
Yeah.
and that means cheat. And if he cheats, he's a heel.
Yeah.
I think that's when you turn. I think that's when you have Vegas to turn heel by having him win the world title again. Eventually down the road, maybe not next year or so, but he wins the world title, and then when he wins the world title, he realizes he can't afford himself to lose that. So what does he do? Does any and everything he can to win. The reason Dominus Miro was winning the way he was winning was because he's like, bro, why not?
Right. Right.
And it's the Eddie Guerrero trick. Why is he still?
Right.
It works. It works. So yeah, man. The W's cooking, bro. W's cooking. Be on the lookout, you guys, for our Power Before Force by the way episode. We did touch on episode 5.
That's out, ain't it? I
Just
think I put it out.
how you put it out? Did you put it out?
Hold on. Did we record? If we did a
I
power, it's
just
out
thinking you
now.
did 5.
Yeah. If
You should have
it,
did 5. Let me
it's out.
see if you
Yeah,
did
it's out
5.
there. It's already out. It came out
It's out.
yesterday.
Okay. Okay. Let me check this. I just
Yep.
want to see
It
what
came out
check the
yesterday.
title. I'm going, man. Yep, I see it.
Yep. It came out yesterday.
Right, right, let's go. I'm not gonna figure it out. I'm gonna listen to it back because that was a dope episode. I love that. And let me know, you guys, comment in the video below. Y'all see D-Mac dying? I don't personally see that D-Mac dying. I'm a fan of this character, but BC's like, nah, he's gonna die.
We talking about D-Mac?
So yeah, I don't see him dying.
Oh,
I don't want to see Maria die either. I don't want to see the baby die, none of that stuff. I'm like, bro, like, keep these characters around. Like, okay, Tommy loses Maria. All right. Who's going to be his next love interest when we get the overall show between him and Tariq? I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You have him lose Maria. You see a power legacy with him and Tariq. And he's supposed to get their love interest. Nah, bro. I'm not feeling that. Because then it was just like, what was the purpose of her being pregnant and them fall in love, this, that, and third. Now, I will say it was a bit rushed for him to have sex with her and be like, I love you, right? I get you that, but I think this is done to set up his future with Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But other thing too, also be on the lookout for our Diddy video. We're going to definitely talk about Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puff,
Yeah.
whatever his name is, Dirty Money, because that man is doing some dirty money and some dirty
Man,
things
we got a
behind the
lot of views
scenes.
on that joint. I think we got over 200 views on that joint.
Oh, really? I got to check that
Yeah, you
out.
ain't see
That's
that?
good.
There's like
No.
200 plus views on that joint because of that.
That's
I looked at
crazy.
it the first day that we dropped it. It was like 189.
That's wild. That's wild. Okay. Definitely want to check that out. We'll see what people are tapping into. But we got that cooking. That's out of the way. More W talks, and also be on the lookout for our year-end awards. Yep, we're going to do our WWE year-end awards. And I ain't gonna say out here and say I promise you, but your boy personally is gonna be watching all pro wrestling across the board for next year. So that means WWE, NXT, AEW, even though we didn't talk about AEW because BZ's not there, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that'll be Josiah's show. But I definitely ain't speaking on none of that.
TNA. Actually, that's a pretty good channel where I be
Yeah, I'm too
doing my
loyal.
own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's too, you know what I'm saying? He never switched it up. Never told switching none of that. Respect, BZ, respect,
Yeah,
respect.
too loyal.
TNA, and then I might do Triple A because they got partnership with them as well. And Ring of Honor, maybe Ring of Honor. So we'll see. We'll see. New Japan Pro Wrestling, all that jazz. We'll see. But you guys stay tuned for all the content, and we're going to come at your way. Before we do it, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your family, amongst your friends, people who like you, people who don't like you.
I'm ready.
I get to just, you get to just BZ you out.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, bro. See
Gangster.
you, man.
Peace.
Yep. Peace.
It's still panting, baby.
Yo, it's Monty, and I'm loaded.
Hey, see, I'm God gifted.
Facts.
The flow is prolific.
What else?
And when I rap, feel like a pro did it. Yeah, I'm a pro with it. See, I'm so witty with these lines. And you can't see me peeking, I'm so picky with these blinds. Let me shine. Like a diamond in a rough. I'm a dog, take a bite out of crime, no McGruff. But my music always leaves a crime scene like I'm tough. And my bars will get a hater bag well, cause I'm buff. Did you catch that? Now catch me, floating like a jet ski. Got a lot of number 2 pencils, come try to test me. I'm clean with it, flow sharp, GQ magazine with it. I school a hater, I'm a dean with it. Yeah, I get the hopping on the beat like a frog ribbit. Flow civic, last a long time like a hind. Wrestling with my flesh like I'm Ron. Trying to make it tap out, keep irking my nerves till I black out. See, I'm a grown man, still raised by the big man. Making noise like a big band. Won't stop cause I can't. If you need some motivation, lean on me like a kickstand. Cause I'm a grown man, still raised by the big man. Making noise like a big band. Won't stop cause I can't. If you need some motivation, lean on me like a kickstand.
Okay.